Hello, it's Tom and welcome to SoftTalk ASMR. How are you today? Today's crystal is labradorite. Labradorite. Looks like a fingernail, a finger, doesn't it? Try and bring a bit more light in. There we are. Now I wear labradorite when I feel I need some protection, some feeling of protection from heavy detrimental energy, which I've been feeling this evening. And labradorite, if you can see there the reflective aspects of it, this is a crystal for protection, for deflecting negative energy. So that's today's crystal. There we are. How are you today? Today's video is about oracle cards, which I have several. These are the Carl Grey oracle cards. This is the Keepers of the Light. This is the angel cards, angel prayers. If you haven't figured it out already, I'm spiritually awakened. I'm going on a spiritual path. This isn't something which I set out to deliberately do in terms of talking about spiritual stuff, but I have found myself on this path. I became very ill 2.5 years ago. I'm getting tingles, by the way, as I'm talking about this. I became very ill 2.5 years ago when I was attacked, and the PTSD, the trauma, the shock, whatever you want to call it, really disturbed me, and I found myself getting weaker and weaker, not through any choice, but physically I became drained, mentally I became drained, and I became bedbound. And basically it took me a long time to work out, I was slowing up, I became so ill, and then I realised being so tired, lack of energy, and I started researching about energy, and I discovered the link with spiritual awakening and energy, and everything is energy. And I believe that this trauma, this shock that happened 2.5 years ago, when I became ill, actually the shock happened coming up for 4 years ago. It was 2.5 years ago when I really became so weak. So it shows the time it took for this trauma to take hold and affect me over about 18 months. But 2.5 years ago I found myself bedbound, and the spiritual awakening, which I believe is still happening now. I'm not fully awakened. I don't know if we ever are. Are we fully awakened? Maybe we are. But I know I'm resisting so much, And I asked this question on a YouTube channel called Tim Walter on yesterday. I asked about the resistance, this feeling that I keep resisting and fighting it, not really knowing what it is. And Tim Walter, who's a geomancer, which is a house healer, a home healer, and he does home healing. I shall put his link in the description below. I asked the question to Tim, what do you make of this resistance? And he feels it's all the time I'm resisting and getting unsettled and continually sort of draining myself. It's because my ego body and my spiritual body are like that. My spirit inside me is trying to come out to reclaim itself, to heal me, heal my body because of the shock and the trauma that happened. And clearly I do need healing from that, and I am healing from that, although it's taking time. And then there's my ego body, the body which prior to spiritual awakening I didn't know any more than that, and I just thought I'm Tom, and it's the Tom that is resisting against the spirit within me, the light within me. And in time I know I will get more comfortable with allowing this flow, and I know I've found myself talking about being in the flow and being with the flow, and I suppose what I mean by that is allow your spirit to shine brightly. Allow the spirit within you to shine brightly and heal yourself, and allow yourself to heal others too, of course. So I found myself on this spiritual path, and I've been making videos, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is my SoftTalk ASMR channel. Initially, of course, it was for giving back something to the ASMR community, because I found ASMR has helped me relax, feel at ease when I've been really distressed, triggered, emotionally triggered and resisting from the shock, from the trauma. And obviously ASMR, a lot of people like it. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it, don't understand it. And so this channel is really for ASMR, but also some gentle encouragement, soft talk, being gentle with yourself, being gentle towards others. And so I'm at this point really with the channel and with myself. I really want to carry on and stick with this. I'm very glad that all 192 of you are supporting me. Thank you. It really does mean a lot. I never thought a year ago when, I hadn't even made this channel a year ago, but it was December. I made my very first ASMR video, December last year. And I was very shy, very anxious actually. But I felt I needed to do something to help with my self-esteem, my confidence. And I used to work incredibly long hours, in charge of people, in charge of staff. Prior to this emotional shutdown, which was triggered by trauma, and if you haven't seen already, search for SoftTalk Emotional Shutdown and you'll see a video there. Prior to all this, I used to do so much. Go here, go there, always on the go. Never really taking time out. Meditating. I never did that. I do now. being mindful, being present, it didn't occur to me. And I know it hasn't probably occurred to many of you, and I expect some of you here on this channel can relate to that, can relate to changes that have happened in your life through no fault of your own, but they've happened. And, well, quite possibly these things have happened for a reason, as sad and unpleasant and as unsettling as they are. We are here to learn. So, I've been digressing a little, but this is my story. I'm here to hopefully give you, or your friends, or your family, or maybe somebody you've yet to meet, some encouragement that, yes, these terrible traumas, tragedies do happen, and those of us who are lucky to survive such traumas, we can heal ourselves, we can get better, we can help ourselves. So I hope this channel is able to help some of you. If not just a handful of you, then that's great. Now today is the Sagittarius new moon. So again, I knew nothing about moons or the moon or anything to do with this, crystals and energy, prior to my spiritual awakening, but today is 26th of November 2019, so there's a new energy here, and I felt it. I felt this new energy. If you've seen my video from this morning with the yellow leaves, you could probably see I feel I looked quite well in that video actually. And this afternoon, whilst walking Callum, the road felt quiet. The road felt calm. And just ever so slightly it felt better, happier, safer, cleaner, clearer, lighter, all of those things. There's something in this. There's a new energy. And I believe that there is a new earth, a new world that's being born, and we're all here, and those of us that are being spiritually awakened for the greater good, not just for ourselves, not just for our families, but for everybody. This is why I send out loving kindness. I believe it's important, and I believe sometimes it's overlooked and dismissed. So to remind us to be kind, to be loving, not just to ourselves but to each other. So, would you like to see some oracle cards? What I thought I would do is shuffle some and pick some out for you, sort of on a collective level, not to represent my stuff going on, for you on the channel. I've also got this one. The Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. So what should we start? Where should we start with? Well, let's start with the Carl Grey Angel Prayers Oracle deck. So I shall shuffle these. Nice and relaxed. This one keeps coming out, keeps sticking out. I've just seen what that is. It's Archangel Raphael, isn't it? Yeah. Divine Physician. Well, this kind archangel has worked with me a lot, and if you're on the spiritual path, you'll know that he's probably worked with you as well. It's the green ray, it's the green healing light. I don't even need to look this up in the book because I know that Archangel Raphael is very important. There's the book, by the way. What can I tell you about Archangel Raphael? He is the healing angel. So if you're ill, mentally, physically, emotionally, imagine the colour green. Imagine that green ray, like a green light liquid or fluid just coming into your aura. Clearing, cleansing and healing you. It says there, the Divine Physician. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body, of course. Our healthy bodies. That's Archangel Raphael. Like I say, I fully respect if you're not into this spiritually. You may have switched off by now, and that's fine. That's fine. If you are still with me, thank you. And I shall carry on. Let's do another card. So this is the Keepers of the Light deck, Oracle cards. And Oracle cards are quite safe. They're not tarot cards. They're not tarot cards. These are just, I just call them guidance cards. And there you go, look. So that one's sticking out, so we'll look at that one in a minute. So it's new moon today. Make a wish now. What would you like to co-create? What would you like to manifest in your life from today? I've made a wish earlier, and something just flipped. A card just flipped up and reversed itself. And you're going to like this. I think you're going to like this a lot. And this is an example of a synchronicity where Spirit helps us. What was the card that I just showed you? And winked and smiled without saying too much. There we are, he's come to say hello again. There we are, thank you. That's nice. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. And what can I tell you about this card? Well, whether you're religious or not, we're all light, we're all energy. So with this card, if you're open to it, and you don't have to be, that's fine, but if you are, just allow his golden white light in for healing. You know, if you're really troubled right now and you need that comfort. I know this works because I've worked with him very recently, in fact. And the other card which I picked first of all, which was sticking up, Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected. There we are. That's in keeping with what I was talking about earlier, the protection, labradorite. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. And of course, when we talk about cords, we're talking about psychic cords, emotional cords, bullies, people which have bullied you, bullied I, and have tried to create dominance. Those dominance cords, I've had a lot of cords, psychic cords removed from me. I know this might sound a little bit wacky, but if you're open to this, there is some logic, isn't the word, but there's some good positivity, I think, some guidance through spiritual awakening, and most definitely. And if you can imagine, even if you don't want to literally sort of do this, just imagine those cords dissolving now, returning them to the light. These people that have bullied you, these people that have been unkind, tried to dominate you, and probably still are trying to dominate you and bully you. Remove those cords that they've put onto you. Let them go, because you're free. You can be free. And then we'll do one card from the Metatron deck. So let's do that now. The Metatron deck comes with this really lovely big booklet. Look at that. And if you haven't seen already, I've got a video about this new deck. It's only literally just come out here in the UK about a month ago. I still keep this. Get the binder, the plastic binder. So I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron for some guidance, please, for the collective, for the viewers. Right. What have we got here? Oh, that's the flower of life. Creation, expansion in your life, card number 3. So I've been talking about co-creating. How can you create more from your life and in your life? Expansion in your life. Well, expansion is literally just that. If you're suffering, if you're struggling, you've probably gone into your shell. You've probably done what I've been doing. Literally tensing up, holding yourself in. Expand. Expand, project that aura. Rebuild that aura, which you can. It's all possible. And I won't say push, but project. That's a much nicer word. Project that aura out, that colourful, beautiful colourful aura. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet, and if you want to put some white light in there, which of course is all of that, project and expand your aura now, your light. That's your willpower, that's your divine right, that's your strength. Creation, expansion in your life. And in this it has the booklet for card number 3. Card number 3 links to the planet Jupiter. Growth, abundance, blessings, and unlimited resource. That's interesting. I've actually underlined some words here in this. So I've had this card before. Changing your thought changes the outcome, but you in uppercase, but you have to create that shift within and put it into action. Drawing this card implies that it is time for you to think big, to dream, to believe that anything is possible, because it is. If you need to walk away from old, outworn situations that dull your sparkle and joy of life. Seek out alternatives and be creative in your approach to doing so. You are born with unique gifts and talents. You are being reminded that you have untapped skills. The interesting thing is, I'm looking at this book thinking, yes, I've drawn underneath in pencil, but actually I haven't. And I know I haven't because there are lines in between the paragraphs, which I haven't done, and there are some lines which are actually colourful. I've got colours here, this is amazing. I'll show you what I mean. Can you see that? Can you see where some of the words are underlined? And I haven't even done that. Like, there, can you see the lines there and there? Can you see the colours? So Metatron, thank you. You've obviously guided me to read those. But just to show you where I have I'll show you an example where I have underlined some words. Yeah. For example here, card 14 about boundaries, where I've read the book Stand tall in your power and reclaim your energy. You will be tested along life's path by those who drain you. Create a wall of green energy around you. We spoke about that actually earlier, the green ray. So that's very interesting. So today's cards for you, if you choose to be open to this: expansion in your life, creation, holding upside down. So we're all light, we're all colour, it's all around us. Expand with it and into it. And you have the support, if you choose to, of Archangel Raphael. Think of his green healing rays. Master Jesus, forgiveness is a big thing. And if you can't feel you can forgive, say you're willing to forgive. And then there's the Supreme Protection, Green Tara. So if you think about this, expand your life, expand the colour in your life. Remember, you are protected and you can protect yourself. Forgiveness is always the key to feeling lighter, and there's always healing green rays around you to help you heal from all that hurt and trauma. I've enjoyed making this video. I hope you've enjoyed viewing it. If you'd like something else similar to this, I'd like to do this again. So it's the Sagittarius new moon. The heavens are opening. Can you hear that rain? I love synchronicities. I hope you're well. Have a lovely evening. I shall talk to you soon. Take care. Goodbye.